We move on to SmackDown?
Well, yeah, why not?
Well, around this time, it's still about an hour until SmackDown actually gets aired, but it was taped. So here you go. Kane defeats Jeff Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Dolph Ziggler defeats John Morrison. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just reading this. I'm just finding this out as I'm reading this. So that's kind of bizarre. I'm wondering if that was clean or not. The Dolph Ziggler versus defeats John Morrison. I wonder if that was clean. Melina and Eve Torres defeats Layla and Michelle McCool. CM Punk cuts a promo on Jeff Hardy. Punk joked how Jeff is one drug test failure away from being fired from the WWE. CM Punk wrestled the Great Khali to a no contest when Kane came out and interrupted. Punk was booed heavily. The Hart Dynasty defeats Crime Time.
Oh.
And I wonder if that was clean or not. I'm sure it wasn't. But, I want to see how that ended up, and we'll be seeing that in about an hour. Rey Mysterio defeats Chris Jericho to retain his Intercontinental Champion title in a match of the night. Edge and Dolph Ziggler attacked Mysterio. After the match, Mysterio and Ziggler got into it, and which probably leads to Ziggler getting a title shot at the Night of the Champions. Now, I want to make a point perfectly clear. Ray, did we not say last week that we would like to see a Dolph Ziggler versus Rey Mysterio feud?
Yes, sir.
Did we not say that?
He's got to get pushed.
Now,
I mean, I wouldn't agree with giving him a title right away, but at least a feud with a champion right now would be good for him.
Well, hold on. I'm trying to put myself over. I'm trying to put ourselves over right now. We called that match a week ago.
Yeah.
Now, does that validate us that we do have a guy, in fact, listening to this show?
You better believe it.
That's got to validate us. Right?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I really hope the naysayers and the people who are talking a lot of crap about us is now saying, well, maybe they are right.
Yeah, you better listen to the shows. Pay attention. It's happening.
Because I'm telling you, we're not just saying this stuff just to, have it come out of our ass. I mean, there's a reason why we do the show, and there's a reason why we say these matches, and now you see these matches actually coming ahead.
And ratings are a little bit climbing.
So that has to validate us. So, I just wanted to put us over on that real quick.
All right.
So, that ends the SmackDown. In the news department, little update for you.
Mm-hmm.
We all heard that Piper had that DUI arrest.
Yeah. And
I thought it was kind of funny. Not because he's got the DUI arrest. I just find it kind of, I'm a big firm believer in karma. And when he went ahead and shoot on Santino about his DUI in the middle of the ring in front of millions of viewers, lo and behold, he goes ahead and he gets popped for DUI.
Yep.
And I've been waiting to see if Santino was going to say something, but I haven't even seen Santino.
And I hope he doesn't.
You're right. I hope he doesn't. I mean, because it'll look better on Santino if he doesn't.
And not only that, who knows what the relationship between Roddy Piper and WWE is. We don't need Santino going down.
So, the other thing in news is that there's a rumor that possibly Jerry King Lawler is going to be leaving Raw to run for mayor of Memphis.
That's going to be sad.
I think this is his second attempt. I think maybe he tried a while back and dropped out. I don't know why he would want to become a mayor of Memphis. I really don't get it. I think his role being a color commentator on Raw every week is where he needs to be.
Yeah.
And besides, he established a character on Raw that he's kind of perverted, a little with sex jokes and sexual innuendos, that might hurt him in his campaign. It might hurt him in his campaign. Also, what might very much hurt him is his son being arrested for DUI.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was a DUI, but he was intoxicated when the cops picked him up. And that's also going to look bad. So, Jerry King Lawler, don't do it.
Yeah, stay, man.
So, anyway.
Will be missed.
That's pretty much the news. I mean, there's nothing really major going on.
No, man.
Nothing really. I mean, if there is, it's not worth talking about. But, I mean, other than, Edge he did get that injury and he did get that surgery done.
Man, you know me. I'm not an Edge fan at all. But that's going to really hurt SmackDown.
It is going to hurt SmackDown.
Someone's going to be pushed up very fast to take a spot.
I tell you who it is. Dolph Ziggler.
It's got to be. He's the only one that looks impressive right now, who's got a lot of heat behind him. He's already proved that he can fight a big guy.
Now, this is a big chance for Dolph to step up in that role. I'm not going to say...
Now, if Dolph can keep his personal life straight...
Yes.
You know what I mean? And he doesn't open his big mouth or talk like the rest of the wrestlers have been doing.
You got it.
He can get pushed up very fast.
You got it.
He can stay at the top for a very long time.
That was the key word. Personal life at bay. If he was Mr. Business all the way through until Edge comes back, he will be one of the top guys.
You believe? He's got wrestling ability, man. I mean, I really haven't heard too much of his mic skills, but he's got a cocky attitude that works great. Keep him as a heel. He can easily grab a few titles this year, man.
His gimmick works, but you know what? Here's the difference between him being on the microphone and saying to everybody, wanting to shake their hands that he's Dolph Ziggler, versus what he actually does in the ring.
Right.
He defines, again, wrestling. And that's what I've been saying. You want that more than, okay, yeah, it's fine to have gimmicks, but not so much on the microphone.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, we don't like it, but
his gimmick on the mic is really not that bad. Him just saying that he's Dolph is not that bad.
Well, I'm not complaining about that.
It's not like it's something really dorky. I mean, I mean, I can see a lot of the other characters always make fun of him, but
yeah,
you can always get past that.
I don't have a problem with it at all.
They did it with Kurt Angle for the longest.
Here's my point. You have somebody like Dolph Ziggler that does have a gimmick, does get on the mic. He's kind of he's entertaining, but he's mostly entertaining in his ring. Now, are you going to remember him shaking somebody's hand and saying, "Hi, I'm Dolph Ziggler," or are you going to remember him as the guy who was badass in the ring? Now, my other point is, on the other hand, look at Crime Time. They have a gimmick, and they're mostly behind a microphone, and their in-ring kind of sucks. And I'm not saying that they're horrible, but they are struggling.
Right.
And I mean, they
have to do more.
They were fired once already. They're on their second chance now. I'm just saying that I'm just trying to compare the two. What's a good gimmick with good in-ring skills versus a good gimmick with poor in-ring skills?
Yep.
And that was my point that I was trying to make with the whole Austin and Rock thing.
Right.
But if like
those guys had to work harder to sell themselves, compared to a guy where wrestling comes natural to them and they can actually provide moves. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the guys who really don't have that ring ability, they have to work harder because they have to do something impressive to make the crowd see them.
So, like you said, if he kept his personal life at bay and just held on. If he does anything corruptive, whatever he does in his personal life, he needs to end it now and focus on his career. Because if
he can get pushed right now,
he'll go right up to the top, and it sounds like we called that a couple weeks ago.